It was a cold, rainy evening in New York City. The kind of night where rich people sat in luxury restaurants and ordinary people worked double shifts to survive. Inside a fancy restaurant called the Golden Leaf, a young waitress named Lena rushed from table to table, carrying trays, wiping tables, and forcing a tired smile. But tonight, something strange was about to happen. In the corner of the restaurant sat a little girl in a wheelchair, sweet, innocent, and quiet. Her name was Emma, just 7 years old. She was alone, waiting for her father who hadn't arrived yet. Lena noticed the girl shivering. "Sweetheart, are you okay?" she asked gently. Emma looked up, her blue eyes full of sadness. "My daddy said he'll come soon, but he's always busy." Lena's heart broke. She got a warm blanket from the back, knelt beside the girl, and wrapped it around her. "Don't worry, he'll come," she said kindly. But what Lena didn't know was that the daddy she was talking about wasn't just anyone. He was Ethan Blackwood, one of the richest men in America, known for his power, arrogance, and a heart made of stone. And in just a few minutes, their worlds were going to collide. The door burst open. A tall man in a black suit walked in, his presence so powerful that even the manager froze. Ethan Blackwood, billionaire, business tycoon, single father. His eyes scanned the room until they landed on Emma, and then on Lena, who was kneeling beside her, holding her hand. "What are you doing with my daughter?" he barked, his voice echoing across the restaurant. Lena stood up, startled. I was just helping her, sir." She looked cold. Ethan's face was unreadable, his tone sharp. "Helping? You think you can just touch my daughter without permission?" The manager rushed over, terrified. "Sir, she didn't mean anything. She's our best employee." "Enough," Ethan interrupted. "I don't want sympathy for my daughter. Just do your job." Lena bit her lip, humiliated in front of everyone. She whispered, "I'm sorry, sir." But Emma's little voice broke the tension. "Daddy, she's nice. Don't be mad at her." Ethan sighed, kneeling beside Emma. "Let's go home, sweetheart." As he lifted his daughter's wheelchair, Lena noticed something. Ethan's eyes weren't cold when he looked at his daughter. There was pain there, a deep, hidden pain. And as they left, Lena couldn't help but wonder, what could make a man so powerful, so rich, yet so broken? The next evening, the same restaurant. Lena was cleaning tables when she noticed Emma again, this time sitting with her nanny. Emma waved at her excitedly. "Hi, Miss Lena." Lena smiled, walked over, and whispered, "Hey there, princess. Where's your dad?" "He's in a meeting," Emma said sadly. "He never eats with me." Something tugged at Lena's heart. She sat beside her for a moment and told her stories, made her laugh, and even drew a smiley face on a napkin. But then, she overheard something shocking. Two businessmen sitting nearby were whispering, "Blackwood's company is about to go under. He's losing millions after his wife's death." Lena froze. His wife died. Now it made sense. Ethan's coldness, his distance. He wasn't just arrogant. He was hurt. That night, when Ethan came to pick up Emma, he saw Lena again. But this time, he didn't yell. He simply looked at her and said softly, "Thank you for keeping her company." Lena smiled faintly. "She's a wonderful girl, sir." For the first time, Ethan smiled too. Just a little. A week later, things took a dark turn. The restaurant was nearly empty when a group of men walked in. Rough-looking, loud, and drunk. They started mocking the staff, throwing food, and demanding free service. Lena tried to calm them down. "Please, sir, this is a family restaurant." But one of them grabbed her wrist roughly. "Come on, pretty girl. Smile for us." She pulled her hand back, heart pounding. Suddenly, a small voice shouted, "Leave her alone." It was Emma. She had come in early with her wheelchair, waiting for her dad again. The men turned and laughed. "Look, a little girl thinks she's a hero." But before they could take another step, Lena stood in front of Emma, shielding her with her body. Her voice trembled but stayed firm. "Touch her, and you'll regret it." The men moved closer, until a voice thundered from behind them. What's going on here? Ethan had arrived. His security guards followed him, and within seconds the men were thrown out. Ethan rushed to Emma, then looked at Lena, who was still shaking. "You protected my daughter," he said quietly. "You risked yourself for her." Lena didn't answer. Tears filled her eyes. Anyone would have done the same. But deep inside, Ethan knew not everyone would. After that night, everything changed. Ethan started visiting the restaurant more often. Not to inspect, but to see Lena. He watched the way she smiled at customers, how she treated everyone kindly, how she never complained. One evening, he asked, "Lena, what do you want from life?" She laughed softly. "Honestly, a small bakery someday. Somewhere peaceful, where people come for happiness, not money." That line hit him deep. For years, Ethan had chased money and lost happiness. He started opening up to her, told her about losing his wife in a car accident, about how Emma's disability came from the same crash, and how he blamed himself every single day. Lena listened, not judging, just understanding. And for the first time in years, Ethan felt peace. One stormy night, Ethan got a call. Emma was missing. Her nanny had stepped away for just 5 minutes, and she was gone. Ethan panicked, called the police, searched everywhere. Hours passed. No sign. Then his phone buzzed. A call from Lena. "I found her," she shouted. "She's at the park near the restaurant. She said she wanted to see the stars." Ethan rushed there, finding Lena holding a shivering Emma in her arms, covering her with her own jacket. He ran to them, his voice breaking. "Emma, why did you do this?" Emma looked up and said innocently, "Because I wanted to see the stars like Mommy used to, and Miss Lena promised she'd take me one day." Ethan froze. His heart twisted. For years, he had built walls, but Lena had somehow reached inside and brought back love he thought was gone forever. He looked at Lena, tears in his eyes. "You saved her life. Again." But Lena just smiled softly. "Sometimes, all a child needs is love, Mr. Blackwood." Months passed. Ethan started inviting Lena and her family to his home. Emma adored her. She called her Auntie Lena. Soon, Ethan realized something. He didn't just admire Lena's kindness. He was falling for her. One evening, he took her to a quiet garden on his estate. The moonlight shimmered on the lake, and Emma was laughing nearby with her nurse. Ethan turned to Lena and said, "I used to think money could buy everything, but you showed me what I was missing." Lena blushed. "And what's that?" He smiled. "A heart." Tears filled her eyes as he continued. "You protected my daughter when I couldn't. You gave her joy again. And you gave me something I thought I'd lost. Hope." She whispered, "You don't owe me anything, Ethan." He shook his head. "I don't owe you. I want you in our lives." Emma rolled up with her wheelchair and giggled. "Daddy, just ask her already." They both laughed, and Ethan knelt down beside Lena. "Will you be part of our family?" Lena's answer came with a smile and tears. "Yes." And just like that, the billionaire who thought he had everything finally found what truly mattered. Not money, not power, but love, courage, and the kindness of one brave waitress who changed his world forever.